Russia becomes first country to officially recognize Taliban government in Afghanistan. In a major diplomatic shift, Russia has become the first country in the world to formally recognize the Taliban's rule in Afghanistan nearly 4 years after the militant group returned to power in Kabul. On Wednesday, the 3rd of July, the Russian Foreign Ministry officially accepted the credentials of Gul Hassan, the new Afghan ambassador appointed by the Taliban government. This formal acceptance marked Russia's full diplomatic recognition of the Taliban administration, something no other country has done since the group seized control in August 2021. The move follows an earlier step in April 2025 when Russian President Vladimir Putin signed a decree removing the Taliban from the country's list of banned terrorist organizations. This recognition is a logical continuation of our dialogue and cooperation with the Afghan authorities, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said in a statement. We are focused on mutual interests, stability, security, trade, and the fight against terrorism. Strategic goals behind the move. Russia has steadily increased its engagement with the Taliban over the past year, especially in economic and security areas. Officials in Moscow see the move as a step towards stabilizing Central Asia, preventing cross-border terrorism, and creating economic partnerships. The Taliban have welcomed the recognition, calling it a historic and courageous decision by the Kremlin. In a statement released from Kabul, Taliban spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid said the decision would open a new chapter in Afghan-Russian relations. We hope other countries will now follow Russia's lead and recognize the legitimate government of Afghanistan, he said. Wider international reactions. While countries such as China, Pakistan, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates maintain embassies in Kabul and engage in dialogue with the Taliban, none have granted formal diplomatic recognition until now. The United States and other Western allies have criticized any move toward formal recognition, arguing that the Taliban have failed to meet international expectations, particularly regarding women's rights, education, and democratic governance. Since taking power, the Taliban have banned girls from attending secondary school and university, heavily restricted women from public life, and enforced strict Islamic laws that have drawn condemnation from the global community. Criticism and human rights concerns. International rights organizations say Russia's decision could undermine efforts to pressure the Taliban into improving human rights conditions in Afghanistan. By recognizing the Taliban without any preconditions, Russia is sending the message that human rights and women's rights are negotiable, said Heather Barr of Human Rights Watch. Despite these concerns, analysts say Russia's primary motivation appears to be rooted in security, particularly fears about the rise of ISIS-K, the Islamic State affiliate that has conducted deadly attacks in both Afghanistan and Russia in recent years. Looking ahead, Russia's recognition of the Taliban could influence other countries to reconsider their diplomatic stance, especially in the region. However, it also raises new questions about how international legitimacy is granted and what role human rights play in global diplomacy. For now, Russia stands alone, breaking from the international consensus and taking a controversial step that could reshape the geopolitics of Central and South Asia. Reporting by Freedom Square News, stay with us for more global development.
Freedom Square.